Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kerbal space program. Sorry for the delay, I was building computers. Now that I've built the computers, I can get back to doing this. So, we're going to Duna. Last time we fell because the moon got in the way. And you just hate it when the moon gets in the way. You know, you're trying to get to another planet and then there's a moon in front of you. And this planet's got 2 moons, that doubles the chance of that happening. Anyway, I think that we're in a decent... Oh, it's got it up there, actually. Okay, that's good. I notice we keep undershooting, so being slightly under what it should be, which is 44.36 degrees, that might work a bit better. Though the undershooting problem is slightly bad because of, I think the orbital calculator might be having a bit of trouble. Anyway, let's just make sure that it's maintaining vertical sort of correctness. It's pointing up. And yeah, I think all the staging is correct. We got all that right last episode. So in 3 seconds, we will lift off. 2, 1. I think that was my stomach if you heard that. Anyway, nice and rugged this time. There's also less weight in this capsule, so we should, because of the unnecessary fuel tanks I got rid of. Also, this main tank should get us onto the trajectory to go to Duna, or at least near that, so we can do any corrections at this stage, just straight off from Kerbin's orbit. So most of the work is already done for us. This really is just for orbital corrections, because it's only designed to land the probe, not to actually get back to Kerbin again. Although there is a problem I noticed with the top of the probe, which is that the parachutes had to be put on the bottom. I just need to watch for when I do this. And go. Okay, yeah, the parachutes had to be put on the bottom of the probe, which means, and all the way to the top, which means when the parachute's open, it's going to be upside down for a while. But when it lands, it should have easily enough torque, and the shape of it should help to just right itself after that. So that's not a massive problem. Its engines will run out soon. There we go. Awesome Separatrons. I've used sort of like 4 or 6 on those tanks before, and that actually works much better, having them pointed slightly downwards and just having 2 of them per engine. It works much better. Where are we? Ah, good. Oh, what's the altitude? Whoops. Should have done that 10 kilometers ago. Sounds a bit weird, actually. Oops, I should have done that 10 kilometers ago. Got to get to 200 kilometer parking orbit, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Just so we can time warp a bit faster. Just got to control the throttle while we're doing this. Down a bit. Oh, no, a bit more. There we go, that'll do. Just get to the Ep56 again and get ourselves into an orbit so we can work out what angle we've got to go out at. Well, I already know what angle we've got to go out at, so I know what angle we are already at relative to where we're supposed to be, so we can get in the right position. Actually, I keep saying we. I'm actually doing this and you're watching, so I'm not sure whether it's we or whether that would be me or I, or because it's like audience so it makes it feel a bit more like audience participation or something. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up. Anyway. Actually look it up? No, I mean just observe, work it out. There we go. How much fuel have we got left? Oh, we've got a whole tank of fuel left. That's good. Oh, a tank and a bit, actually. Right, so that is about straight. So we've got to get this roughly 150 degrees. Should be about there. Let's just walk round. Oh, should have been a bit higher, but oh well. Actually, what is the orbit? Oh, it's reasonably good. Okay, here we go. About there. I'm not under acceleration. Oh, I see, it's correcting itself. Actually, I better just let it do that. So we'll be in the right place when we actually go. Done. Okay, that might be a little far, actually. Oh well. Okay, let's get boosting. And hope that the moon won't be in the way. Now, neither of the moons should be in the way because they're on the other side, so they'll have to go all the way back round here. Okay, I've got to watch out for when it actually escapes. Throttle down. Okay, now I'll just watch it. Ping! Okay. It's the apoapsis of Duna at the moment, anyway. Or what's its altitude? About 19 and a half. Yeah, that's slightly elliptical. I never noticed that. We might have to rendezvous. Okay, that'll do. Is there any inclination? Not really. Okay, that should be fine. So, we'll see what happens. Still got fuel in this tank, but should I ditch it anyway? Because of the rotation is really slow. No, I might as well take advantage of its power for now. I'll just turn that off for now. Oh. Are we going to overshoot? Ooh, I think we are. Because there's nothing saying that we'll intersect. Unless... which I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'll probably have to rendezvous. Oh no, we're going to undershoot, aren't we? Oh, this is going to take a lot of fuel. Or maybe... I don't know. Looks pretty close to me. It hasn't come up with any indicator saying that we're actually going to... Oh, hang on. Okay, yeah, we are going to undershoot. So if I just... which was it? Try that one. That just spun us around. Oh no. Hang on. I think that's pointing us north. It's probably that one then. Yeah, that's the one I want. I don't know what that stands for actually. I know that one's sort of north or south relative to whatever body you're orbiting. This one is like pointing away from or to. So I want to point away from so I can increase, sort of bend this round a bit. Actually, I want to bend it round because I'm going to undershoot. So I actually want to bend it that way and then increase the apoapsis. Oh, okay, let's do that. This probe will serve as a marker, by the way, so when I launch a manned mission, whenever I manage to get this one to work, I'll be able to drop a manned mission to actually land near the probe. A bit like one of the Apollo missions where they tried to land it near one of the lunar probes. Though hopefully we won't suffer the same problem of almost falling into a crater. Though we probably will. I would like to find some of the Easter eggs on Duna. I need to download ISA MapSat again, because it's been updated as well, I think, so that it's much easier to map. Because of the previous problem was that it was just, well, hard to map. It just took hours and hours and hours. Is it still... oh, okay. Let's just bring this down. That'll do. And then we'll carry on time warping. So it's still catching up with it, but only very slowly. And then at the apoapsis, I'll increase the other side of the orbit to intersect with the orbit of Duna, and try and get an intersect with it. Wait, why did that over... have I undershot really that much? Wow, it's a good job I've still got some fuel in the main tank actually, because that does most of this work for me. Otherwise, because just with the Nerva engine it would take so long to, well, to boost really. Though this main tank is going to run out very soon. Though as long as it does most of the work, I'm fine with that. There we go, okay, it did most of the work. It's run out though. So let's just, separate. This should work. Yes, it works. Okay, we're on our way. Now the problem is the Nerva engine is going to accelerate us really, really slowly, but luckily there's not much accelerating left to do, and the periapsis and apoapsis should swap around soon. Actually, the orbit's a bit off. That side's bigger than that side. Oh, of course, because that's the way I boosted, wasn't it? Oh, yes, got it. Almost an orbit later. What's the periapsis? Wow, okay. But we can just shrink that as we get close to it to maximise the fuel efficiency. So for now, we're going to go all the way around, almost a full orbit. Actually, let me just point the other way. Retrograde. I'm using MakeJeb to do all this because it's the only SAS I have, so I might as well take advantage. I think because of it came on pretty quickly, I could just do that anyway. Ah, okay. That doesn't quite work. Try and get this as far that way as we can. I think, yeah, that's as far as it will go. What's the periapsis now? Oh, that's a smaller periapsis and stuff, so we got less time to... it'll take less time. What's the orbit of that then? Ah, yeah, that'll probably eventually hit Duna at some point. As well as that and that. Actually, that'll probably go back to Kerbal or do something eventually. Same with those bits, actually. Those are the 4 fuel tanks for the first interplanetary probe, which is over there, because of it didn't work. The Nerva engine, for some reason, just didn't decide it was going to work. I'd still never figured that out. Oh, this is going to take longer than I thought. Oh well. Actually, that's a good point. I was just thinking, parachutes, because of Duna's atmosphere is so much thinner than Kerbin's and lower. When you're landing, the parachutes don't actually when the parachutes open, you are really, really close to the ground, and the force could probably destroy your ship sometimes. This probe should be okay. But if you've just got like a standard capsule, you're still going like 1 kilometre a second in that direction when you're low enough for the parachute to open. So I'd like to see parachutes that you can force open in a later update. Like, you know, loads and loads and loads of new parachute options, like parachutes that you can like press a button and force them to open. So for Duna, you can slow down much quicker. Have a nice gentle like couple of Gs glide down, but you'll still have a nice re-entry angle rather than mostly horizontal and then I was doing that with my mouse. If you can see my mouse, I hope you can see my mouse. But yeah, sort of like a really sharp drop off. And that sort of moment when you think, oh no, I'm going to hit that rock, I'm going to hit that rock, I'm going to hit that rock. Poof! I'm now turned into Kerbal sausages or something. Because of you've just been splattered against the floor of the capsule because of the G-force. Also, parachutes that open at different altitudes as well, I'd like to see as well. especially fixed parachutes for Kerbin, where, you know, the parachutes at the moment on Kerbin, well, I'll just make these adjustments while we're here. Parachutes on Kerbin at the moment, they open, normally if you just leave the parachute to open on its own accord, or of its own accord, will open at 20,000 meters, but I like them to be affected by speed as well. So when they open, well, so that to make sure that you're not travelling too fast when they open, because at the moment they'll open, if you have a nice re-entry angle, you'll still be going at sort of Mach 3 or 4 when they open, whereas in real life I think they open at about Mach 1 or less, you know, and you end up with this sudden burst of like 22 Gs or something when they open, which would probably kill the Kerbals, like a split second just smack against the floor of the capsule. So I think parachutes that open much more smoothly, so it's a gradual deceleration, and much more accurately, sort of when they're supposed to. So you can practically automate your entire landing and have your Kerbal survive if it was real. Because at the moment your Kerbal really is dead meat, really. Should be the right way. That's lowering that and straightening the orbit, I think. Should be straightening the orbit. Oh, it's a bit much. How's that? Still a little bit weird. Oh no, it's that one. And I just got to point that way so I can boost that way to... Wait, would that shrink it? Let's just see. Yeah, it does. So I want to air brake as soon as I can, really, to get into an orbit. Just because the Nerva engine, whoops, will take quite a long time to slow down enough. This is the Nerva engine, isn't it? You know, the nuclear one. I think it's called the Nerva. That's not on the dot. Just make sure it's... there we go. Okay, I'll lower that as we get closer. I think we might be a little far away to do this. And I also want to just straighten it up so we land somewhere near the equator, because that's a much easier place to land. And I want to save landing at the poles for another episode. Actually, I still got to go to the poles on Kerbin. I'll probably build a suborbital space plane to do that. Okay, we're a bit closer. 240 days. So what needs to be done? Need to point our orbit up slightly. So is that that? I don't know. I'll probably have to wait until I'm air braked into an orbit. Actually, yeah, it's pointing down that way around. And what's the periapsis? Actually, no, let's go retrograde. Try and lower this periapsis a bit more. Okay, it doesn't want to lower the periapsis. I think I'll leave that until I'm actually captured by Duna. Same with doing orbit corrections and stuff. I'll do that. I'll air brake and then I'll do all of that. I'm not sure of what altitude I should be at to air brake. Should have brought another probe on top of this one just to go ahead a bit. I think 10 kilometers is fine. Oh, you can see it now. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's inclined. First thing, let's just point retrograde and bring this periapsis down. Let's just go in a little bit first. Okay, I'll do. just to make sure we're in its sphere of influence. Can't speak today. Where's Ike? No, I won't do a fly past of Ike yet. Whoa! Okay. Ike really wants me to do a fly past. A flyby? Or something? Okay. I think about 20 kilometers would be ideal for air braking, but we'll try 30 just to be on the safe side, and we can always use our engine. We've got plenty of fuel. And which way is our orbit? Oh, it's twisted. I'll wait till I've air braked to actually do all that. So, can we see it yet? We should be able to see it. Somewhere? Hello? Duna? Where are you? Wait, I'm pointing retrograde, so it should be down there. Oh, there it is. Just there. Those two. Actually, this is a perfect opportunity for a screenshot. Oh, when we get closer anyway. Look how high we are. Like how slow we're going, actually. We're really going to be coming in hot when we air brake. Still got those 2 tanks of fuel. I've only used barely any fuel out of those outer tanks. I don't even need those outer tanks with this probe. It's only extra weight, really. Maybe I should jettison them. No, better not yet. Whoa! Oh, okay. Let's just perfect. Okay. Ooh, hang on. More like that, I think. More like that. That's quite nice. Just taking loads and loads of screenshots. Looks a bit dark on that side though. Anyway, wait, no, that's a screenshot button. There we go. Well, there's Duna. Getting nice and close to it. I think Duna is one of my favourite, definitely my favourite planet for Easter eggs on the surface. But I think my overall favourite celestial body is Jool, because of its moons have the best Easter eggs. I think Scott Manny's just done a couple of videos on the various Easter eggs you can find, a couple of which I never even knew existed. Here we go. See, every time I stop time warping, it corrects my my trajectory. Here's the atmosphere. We're still in space though, so it's definitely got a much lower atmosphere than Kerbin. But it's thinner, so that just, yeah, it's going to be lower. Ooh. I think we're in the atmosphere now. We're going pretty slow, actually. I'm surprised. Oh yeah, how's our orbit doing? It is bending round. You can see the thing refreshing. Made of lovely straight lines. There we go, we're in orbit now. That's a really weird orbit. Come on, terrain. Refresh. Oh, we're going back up again. I think 30 kilometers was too high. So I just burned right. Whoa, okay, yeah, the engine's doing a lot better than the aerobraking. Let's just keep burning. It's a weird apoapsis. Oh no, it's just because I was so twisted. Oh, okay, it wants me to go to Ike again. I still going up? Yeah, I'm at the atmosphere now. Okay, the orbit's nearly good enough to start the corrections on. Okay, and I'll start doing this as well. So, first things first, bring... No, that's south. I think. But twist this round, basically. That's the first order of business. It's twisting slowly. That's staying roughly the same. Because it's perpendicular to where the prograde and retrograde are on our orbit, so it's not perfectly north. Otherwise, one of these two would be changing. Well, they both would be changing, but one would be changing a bit more than the other. So I've got to twist this round, and then I've got to get round and correct this incline here. Do lots of weird orbital stuff. Nearly there. Done. Okay, that'll do. I'll bring the apoapsis in a bit more. Because I want this to be perfect, because we've actually managed to get to Duna this time. So I just hope it lands okay. It doesn't matter about the periapsis so much. That's practically corrected the apoapsis thing. There, stop. Okay, let's just get round to the apoapsis. Set this to prograde. Okay. We'll set our landing trajectory now. I'll also just correct this twist as well. I probably want that to about 10, judging by the thickness of the atmosphere, so... Yeah, because in Kerbal, when you're at 60 kilometers, it started having its effect, because of the atmosphere was about 60 kilometers high, though you weren't fully in space until you were at 70 kilometers. On here, it's slightly different, because of its the atmosphere roughly starts having the effects of 30 kilometers. So, if we go by the law of thirds again, then if it's 20 kilometers on Kerbal, it should be about 10 or 12 on Duna, or something like that, if you understood anything I said, because I certainly didn't. Anyway. Oh, no, it's that one? No, it was that one. Yeah. Just making the computer dizzy. Just correct that. Okay, there we go. We're on a landing trajectory. Come on, there's got to be a good picture. Where's the sun? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Stop taking screenshots. Point retrograde. And we'll boost round to the other side when we start hitting the atmosphere. Here we go. We're on the dark side. Ah, of course. Hold on. I think this one. If I just waste some fuel doing something that's not actually very efficient, and do that, then we should be able to go over to the light side before we properly start slowing down. Come on, sun, come on, sun, come on, sun, come on, sun. Give me an awesome screenshot, please. Oh, here we go. Okay, we've hit the atmosphere. Yeah, his atmosphere is about 40, but it doesn't start having really proper serious, really proper serious. No, actually serious implications on our orbit until about 30. So about 4 times time warp for now, because this is a relatively small ship. It won't shake itself apart. Yeah, we're going in really slow. I've seen a video of someone else coming in at about 3 kilometers a second, or 3.5 kilometers a second, or something. So how on earth did you manage that? I thought I'd be going around that speed. Oh, now this is a screenshot. Hold on a second. It's supposed to be pointing retrograde. It's still going pretty fast, actually. Our orbit's gradually changing, but we're still going pretty slow, actually. But roughly the same speed. There's something there. Is that just a seam? Oh, they're just seams. Lots of sparkly stuff. Don't know, it's covered in glitter. It's made of glitter. Just taking so many screenshots just to make sure I've got a good one. As long as the periapsis stays ahead, we should be okay. More screenshots. Because I can't remember exactly the layout of the thumbnail that I use. I got like Kerbal Space Program here and then a number up there, so I often get it wrong. So this is sort of in the middle of the Kerbal Space Program thing. Okay, we are going to start going up very soon. That's why I've kept the engine on, so even though we could just orbit and then come back round again, we might be able to just boost and stop ourselves, because we're not going that fast, so it's not like it'll take very long. We're still going down though. Where is the periapsis? Is it moving away? Yes, but slowly, and the apoapsis is actually coming down pretty fast. In fact, the apoapsis is going to be in the atmosphere very soon. So we might be on one of those orbits that just is going to decay whether we like it or not. We're going to land at some point. It's just not necessarily when I want to, but it should mean that we'll land somewhere over here. I expect. Otherwise I can just boost and fix that. Yeah, the periapsis is staying just slightly ahead. Okay, the apoapsis is in the atmosphere. Okay. We're going to land whether we like it or not, and the periapsis should start moving ahead pretty quickly, pretty soon. Because we are slowing down very slowly. Okay, we're going to be going up very soon. Whoa, hang on. Whoa. Okay. We're decreasing in speed very fast, and our orbit isn't changing. And that's because the apoapsis and periapsis are switching over. Okay, we're landing. We're landing. That's quite cool, that pattern. Looks like bull's horns. Okay, we're landing. We are landing. It's fine. Everybody calm down. Now the question is, where are we landing? Because this is taking forever. Come on. Actually, this is pretty cool, being so close to the surface, and you know, it's got an atmosphere and everything. Everything's glowing, but it's still going along pretty quick, even though we're landing and everything. It's sort of less violent than Kerbal, but it's actually, yeah, it's relaxing. It's pretty relaxing. We are going down though. That's good. Shall I eject the pod? Yeah, I'll eject the pod. Badoosh. Oh yeah, badoosh. Badoosh. There we go. I said badoosh. Yeah, we're good now. Okay, the legs are already out though. I'll just put them in. They're not actually legs as such, they're sort of vents really. They're called landing stabilizers, but even though it's got a curved bottom, the collision boundary is still flat. So you don't actually need them at all, because they don't actually come below it or anything. They're just vents. Wow, this is taking ages. Come on. They were still going pretty fast. And we're going about the highest time warp we possibly can, and we're still taking ages. Wow. So should land over there. I won't activate the parachutes until we're over this ravine though. Which is amazing that we're still landing, and yet you can go straight over it. This is what I mentioned about horizontal velocity, that you will still, even though we're pretty close to the ground, we're still going at incredible speed. Although we are slowing down now. Okay, don't get this wrong, 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 don't get this wrong. Ah, we're starting to point downwards. Okay, we're over it now. And actually we're decelerating pretty fast. This is unusual. Maybe they updated it in 17.1. Because we are decelerating pretty fast. Unless it's just because we're this little pod now. Actually, I think the other pieces have despawned now. Oh, okay. We can see the landing bits. Douche! Parachutes! And it automatically opens them. See how it doesn't really help much? Oh, okay, okay, come on, open, 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 oh, ho, ho, ho. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that's what I mentioned about it, pointing upside down. I'll just turn that off because it's trying to flip me round. Okay. Yeah, that's why I want slightly softer opening parachutes, because it could rip your ship apart if you tried using them on Duna. Or on any other planet, actually. Especially Eve. Although with Eve, you don't really need parachutes. The atmosphere is so thick. Let's just speed this up a little bit. And we're down. Badoosh. Oh yeah, we can flip ourselves over. Awesome. Okay, we have landed. We have managed to land. Make sure that's off. Okay. We managed to finally land on Duna, right there. On the edge of this as well, which would be good for exploration. Because it looks like an old waterbed of some sort. So. I wonder if I'm near any Easter eggs. That'd be quite cool. Anyway. Next time we'll try launching a manned mission. Actually, no, next time is something a little bit different. Which will be slightly weird. But very, very fun. And then we'll launch a manned mission to Duna. And then, well, my whole goal is to explore every single place in the galaxy. And when point 18 comes out, or point 18 as you're supposed to call it, depends on how it's done, because of games normally use 2 decimal places, which is wrong in maths. Oh well. When point 18 comes out, they're going to have docking, so I will be putting space stations and stuff up, as well as using mapping satellites and unmanned probes and stuff like that. Anyway, I will leave that right there, and subscribe if you want more, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.